Hi, Penelope Carlson here. Like I said in my Suburbia review not too long ago, I went back and I've been rediscovering some of Penelope Spheeris' narrative films. She's probably best known for the Decline of Western Civilization documentaries, as well as the 1992 film Wayne's World. Today we're going to be looking at another lesser known and obscure title from Spheeris' filmography. The movie we're looking at is Dudes. This film stars Daniel Roebuck, John Cryer, Lee Ving, and Flea. I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. I love that artwork with the two central characters. That looks very nice. And this is number 29 in the Shout Select line. Our Blu-ray disc, and we also get a DVD copy. Underneath the two discs, we actually get some panoramic art of the characters in the car on their drive to California, and that looks very nice. I'm going to read the description of the film as follows. Urban angst meets the Wild West when three New York City punks on a road trip to California cross paths with a vicious gang and their psycho leader, aided by a pastel-picking knockout and a daredevil Elvis Presley impersonator. They relentlessly pursue the gang to an epic final showdown. Directed by critically acclaimed filmmaker Penelope Spheeris, Dudes blasts a killer soundtrack including The Vandals, The Little Kings, Keel, Jane's Addiction, and Steve Vai. If you're watching this video, it's likely you've heard of Penelope Spheeris, but you've never heard of the film Dudes. Unfortunately, this movie never really went anywhere when it came out for the reason that how do you market a movie like this? It's hard to pigeonhole this movie into any one genre. I mean, the front cover literally refers to it as the punk rock western. And the critic quote on here even says, an almost unclassifiable oddity, a punk road movie western ghost story. Dudes is all of those things, but I am happy to say the movie's actually very entertaining. I mean, it certainly has its funny moments that'll have you laughing out loud, but there are some gritty, violent, dark, dramatic moments along the way as well. I mean, one of the central characters is literally killed in the first half hour of the film, which is the linchpin that sets the movie into motion. John Cryer these days is probably best known for his role as chiropractor Alan Harper on the hit sitcom 2.5 Men. But back in the 80s, he was a late teens, early 20s, something trying to make it on the big screen. He's probably best known as a big screen actor for having played the character Ducky in Pretty in Pink. But honestly, I was even more impressed by his role here, seeing someone who's a fish out of water and has to go on something of a revenge quest when he loses his friend. And you couldn't ask for a better villain than Missoula, the gang leader in this movie, portrayed by Fear vocalist Lee Ving, who absolutely steals every scene he's in. It's hard to describe Dudes, it's hard to classify Dudes, but in a lot of ways, it's these things that add to the charm of the film. Combine that with a killer soundtrack, and you really can't go wrong. Shout Select has done a great job with this Blu-ray disc of the film, and overall, it looks very good in terms of picture quality. There are a few scenes that have optical inserts and special effects, and those understandably look a lot worse than the rest of the film, but that's just sort of par for the course when these are the elements you're working with. I'm very happy to report in terms of bonus features, there are a ton of newly recorded featurettes and interviews, including a new interview with John Cryer, for example, and then several of the other cast and crew members. We also get the theatrical trailer, a vintage making of featurette, a still gallery of photos. Probably the one complaint I do have in regards to the supplement package, it does not include the music video for the Kill song Rock and Roll Outlaw, which is actually a cover of a song by an old Australian band called Rose Tattoo. I don't understand why the music video wasn't included here. It would have been a perfect feature, but that might have been some legal snafu, so I guess it's somewhat understandable. Either way, this movie is a true oddity, but it's one that's worth rediscovering for its odd mix of elements, great cast, great soundtrack, and just all-around crazy premise. I highly recommend this package. Are you a fan of Dudes? Do you think it's one of Penelope Spheeris' best movies? Do you think it's one of John Cryer's best roles? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content, because I'm always posting new videos, and make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.